Hi, scholars. Miss Nicholson here. Today we are going to continue talking about informational books. Just as we did last week, we talked about informational books, also known as nonfiction books. And we know that nonfiction books are books that tell us information and tell us facts, okay? So let's review the different parts of a nonfiction book. When you're reading a nonfiction book, you will find real information. You will find a table of contents. Sometimes you will find different types of maps. You'll also see different types of photographs. Remember, photographs are different from illustrations that you will find in a fiction book. Illustrations are pictures that someone has drawn, okay? Sometimes you'll find a glossary. A glossary tells you what certain words mean in the book. If you don't know it, you can look in the back in the glossary. Sometimes it will include diagrams, labels, and also captions. Captions explain what the photograph is. Okay? So today we are going to be doing a scavenger hunt, okay? When we read our nonfiction book today, we are going to look to find if we can find the different parts of a nonfiction book. While I'm reading, we're going to see if we can find a table of contents. Are we going to see bold print? Can we find any photographs? Do we see any maps, any captions, any labels, or do we see a glossary? If we find any of these parts of a nonfiction book, we're going to put a check in the box, okay? So let's begin reading our book. So today's book that we'll be reading, nonfiction book, is called Whale Sharks, Giant Fish. Today's topic is on whale sharks. So that is the title of the book. So on your sheet for title, underneath title, you will write Whale Sharks, Giant Fish. Just like we see here. Whale Sharks, Giant Fish. And remember, you can always pause it so you can copy it down. You may have to write a little smaller than usual. If you can't fit it all, it's okay. Try your best in the title, okay? So now that we know the title and we wrote the title, we're going to see after we begin reading what we can find, okay? A scavenger hunt, we're going to search and find, okay? So let's begin reading our book. Okay, so here we are. The first page we found a table of contents. A table of contents and tell us where we can find certain information. If they're talking about the mouth, we can find information about the mouth of the whale shark on page 6. If we want to talk about how they eat mealtime, we can find that on page 11. So now that we found our table of contents, we're going to check it off on our sheet, on our paper. So you're going to put a check mark right on table of contents. Okay? Table of contents right there. Put a check right there. A very big fish. The whale shark is the biggest fish in the world. An adult whale shark is as long as a school bus. So here we have a diagram of a whale shark, and it's comparing of how long it is compared to a human. So whale shark is super, super long and super, super big compared to a human like us. So there, that is a diagram. Let's see if we find diagram on our sheet. Diagram. No, we don't see a diagram, so that's okay. But just as long as we know that this is a diagram, okay? So we know that we've already found a table of contents. Let's continue. So that is a fact. The whale shark is the biggest fish in the world. Let's continue. Whale sharks are gentle fish. They are not a danger to people. People safely swim and dive with whale sharks. So here we see photographs of different types of whale sharks on page 5. We see a photograph of a swimmer, a diver, swimming with a whale shark. So this is a photograph. So let's see if we can find a photograph on our scavenger hunt. Photographs, here it is. Photographs. So you're going to put a check in the box for photographs. Okay? Let's continue. I found something else. Whale sharks are gentle. Do you see that gentle? The word gentle is in bold print. It's darker than the rest of the words. So that is bold print. So I think that is a part of our nonfiction books. There it is, bold print. You see how these words are darker than the other words. So we're going to put a checkbox on bold print. So you should already have a checkbox you should already have a check in table of contents, a check in bold print, and a check in photographs. Let's continue to page 6. Big mouth. So we're talking about the mouth of the whale shark. A whale shark has a wide, flat head. It has a huge mouth in the front. So this is a photograph of the whale shark. And down here, who thinks they know what this is? This sentence is a caption. It is telling us what this whale shark is doing. A whale shark often swims with its mouth open. And there's also a caption over here. People should not touch or bother whale sharks when swimming with them. So it's explaining what's really happening in the photograph. Okay, so that is a caption. So let's see if caption is on our scavenger hunt. There it is, captions. So you're going to put a check mark on for captions right here. Okay, so let's see. Yep, you're going to put a caption right here. Put a check mark right for captions, check mark for table of contents, a check mark for bold print, and a check mark for photographs, because that is what we found so far, okay? Let's see. Okay, let's continue. A whale shark's back is dark with light spots and stripes. Its belly is white. A whale shark has thick skin and sharp scales. There's another bold print, but we already checked the box for bold print. And there's another caption and another photograph. So this we've already checked off on our boxes. So let's move to page 8. Oops. So it looks like this is a photograph of a whale shark, but look, it looks a little differently than the other photographs. This includes different labels. It is labeling the different parts of the shark. This label is pointing to 5 large gills slit on each side. So it's pointing to the shark's gills. This arrow is pointing to the mouth in the front of its head and not under its nose like other sharks. So it's pointing to its mouth. That is a label. This label is pointing to the tail fin, large back fin and tail fin. It's pointing to its fins. Okay? So these are all different types of labels labeling the shark. So let's see if labels is on our scavenger hunt. Here it is, labels. So you should put a check mark on labels. Okay? Let's continue. A warm bath. Whale sharks live in warm oceans around the world. They swim in the middle of the ocean and also close to shore. These giant animals often swim at the surface of the water. They also dive very deep. I see bold print, which we've already should have checked off. I see a photograph, which we've already checked off. I see a caption here, which we've already checked off. But now let's move on to page 10. Page 10 has a picture of a map. This is a map where whale sharks live. So this map, the pink area, all the pink area is where usually whale sharks live. So this is a map. So let's see if we have map on our scavenger hunt. Map, 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 map. Here it is, maps. So you should put a check mark on maps. So far, we've found everything basically except one thing. So we found table of contents, we found bold print, we found photographs, we have found maps, we have found captions, we have found labels, but it looks like we're missing one more. We're missing a glossary. A glossary tells us what those bold print words mean. So let's see if we can find it. Let's see. Mealtime, whale sharks eat tiny ocean animals and plants. Whale sharks also eat small fish, squid, and fish eggs. Once in a while, they eat bigger fish. Whale sharks do not chew their food. When they open their mouth, their food flows in with the water. Pads near the throat catch the food, then the water flows out. Sorry, scholars, I see photographs, I see captions, but I don't see a glossary. So let's continue down. Giant babies. Whale sharks give birth to live babies. They don't have eggs or anything like that. Baby whale sharks are called pups. The pups look like little adult whale sharks. Whale sharks grow slowly and live for a very long time. They may live to be 100 years old. Wow, that's super old. So here I see a photograph, I see a caption. Here I see a diagram, another caption. Okay, let's see, but no glossary. Let's move down. Oh, this is our last page. Jumbo fish. Whale sharks are special fish. They are huge yet very gentle. Whale sharks are the biggest fish on the earth. So on this page, page 15, I see a photograph, I see a caption, but no glossary. But here on page 16, I see a glossary. I see the words, some of the words that were highlighted, that were in bold print, and this glossary is telling me what those words mean. Like the word gentle, the word gentle means kind, not harsh or aggressive. So this is a glossary. So guess what? We found glossary. So we can check that off on our box. We check off glossary. So on your sheet, you should have the title written down and you should have all of your boxes checked because we found table of contents, we have found bold print, we found photographs, we found maps, captions, labels, and a glossary. So we found everything. You guys give yourselves a round of applause. Good job, scholars. Okay? Tomorrow and this week, we have more scavenger hunts. So remember the different parts of a nonfiction book, okay? Keep it in your mind. Remember it because we're going to be doing the same thing tomorrow. Scholars, have a great day. Bye-bye.